Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make imagery for our polychroma posters. So over here, this is on the poster itself, but this is the building 13 with a kind of cool angle, and we kind of put this kind of effect and texture onto this, and we kind of want this to be on every single imagery. So we're going to try to recreate this with a new one. So over here is another view of building 13. So when you first pick out the photo, pick interesting angles. Don't make it boring, but generally this is a cool angle of building 13 itself. But the kind of things you want to think about is removing these excess information you don't really need, because it'll just save space, and then kind of just focus on more of the actual building itself. So let's unlock this, and let's just start to think about what we need in this. So definitely gonna get rid of these trees, building outside. So I'm just thinking of just keeping this kind of building, and maybe this kind of even graffiti here. I think that looks pretty cool. So let's just kind of just go at it. If it's kind of a simpler thing, you can just try to do remove background, but I think it's going to be kind of more complicated. So let's duplicate this layer, and then let me go with the lasso tool, and I'm just going to go along this and maybe on top of here and just remove this. So I'm gonna just do that real quick. All right. And then you don't really need all these kind of textures or all these kind of a lot of excess information, but it is kind of cool to see kind of little more geometric shapes come through with these. So I'm just gonna kind of just loosely, not too tightly, kind of make circles, but maybe kind of block it out. Add some geometry to this. All right, now that I have the whole thing selected I wanted, so let's kind of just wrap around, and then let's kind of delete this. Alright, so now we just have the building itself. But after this, we're gonna do our textures first. So first thing to check is to make sure that these are flipped like this. So black, white, white on the bottom. And then we're gonna go to filter. And let's go filter gallery. It looks like I already have some texture put on this. Let's kind of see what it did already. It's kind of got the effect we got going. So over here, you want to add reticulation. Over here, yeah. Reticulation. So you want to add that first. Alright, so I'll put the general settings on the screen right now, but it's usually put on reticulation, and that's going to be 15. Let's see what that does. Alright, kind of more texture, and then halftones pattern, it's going to be at 3 and 50. So that's all the way up. Alright, so you can kind of see the texture kind of shine through already, just like the other one. You can play around to see if it's more visible, but I think this is kind of okay. Okay, so once you have this kind of laid out, just press OK. And now the texture is actually going to be on here. But now to the part where we add our color. So as you see here, we're going to add a duotone effect. So we already had our texture, but now we just want to solidify just kind of one color and then another color. So we're just going to duplicate it, save our progress, duplicate, take off. So after that, you want to go to channels over here. And then we're going to select any one of these. So you want to control click or command click, or just kind of test either or, but you want to see it's selected only the ones that are in color. All right, so once that is selected, just go ahead and press on this kind of thing over here, solid color fill. So with the selection, it's going to only fill in the ones that we already have colored in. So let's kind of pick a color for this. We can go over here to the brand guidelines. Try to pick a color here. Let's try orange. Alright, so let's pick orange in. Okay, I kind of like that. Looks like it's kind of only filling in the other ones. But let's see. Let's try it out. So after that, duotone, you have that color set. New one, solid color. Let's try white. So nothing's showing yet. So we have to put this color fill of white under it. And then there you go. Except it's kind of backwards, so I think I messed up. So let's switch it. Orange, white. Oh, nice. Has nice texture. Still see some detail. Still recognizable, the building. So let's try to get it. We're not quite done yet because we want to make it a PNG. So we want transparency background. So if we have other information like text or the patterns showing through the background, it'll show. So we're almost there. Copy all these, command, paste, uncheck these ones, Now you want to collapse these together. So Command E, merge layers. Let's uncheck this bottom one. So now you just have all this one layer, so it can be moved around, stuff like that. But let's just, we want to select everything again. So we can trace it out, but simpler way, just find one that's already been separated like this one. And just command click or control click. So that's going to select everything. But now it's only selecting inside. Just go back here. It's going to reverse the selection. So it's going to select everything in the back. Click on the one you want to do it. Delete. Command D, unselect. And then now we have everything nice and neat. So let's go ahead and drag this to the InDesign file and see how it's going to look in InDesign. So save this. Let's just call it PK25 underscore orange building 13. So let's put 13. Let's leave it there. All right. Once I load in, let's open a new file. Let's make inches. And then you follow the art gallery handbook to see what the actual dimension you're designing for. Let's just do 8.5 by 11. Let's do sideways. Yeah, let's just sideways. Let's do one facing pages off. You're not making a book. So just do one page. Keep margins on. Let's just see what it'll lay out like. You can just generally play this by eye, but I'm sure that the artist handbook also has restriction on this. So let's just do a nice margin. Bleeds, I think it's usually a 1/4 inch. Probably less, maybe like that. Okay. So let's drag our thing in this. Before this, let's kind of set up a grid, just so we have a general layout of where things should go. So let's just create guides. And then let's preview on. Let's try to add some stuff. You gotta be more loose about this. Let's just see what kind of makes a square. Alright, you kind of see a square go through. Let's just fit margins because we're only designing the margins. Okay, that's nice. Maybe if you want to play around with smaller gutters, still square, maybe add more options. So let's kind of boost. Okay, that's a square. Press OK. And let's drag our file we have over here. Polychroma, or orange one. And then instead of exporting this as a PNG, you can just drag the Photoshop file itself. So let's drag it in. Let's press OK. Alright, so that's super big. So let's just try that again. Let's, instead of just clicking, let's just kind of drag it in there. Alright, so let's see that. Alright, nice. You can see it's transparent. Let's go push it up. And what would be more looking cool? Let's Command W, print view. Okay, you can really see that texture coming through. So let's just say we actually want this to fit to a grid. So let's maybe that information would go on top. Just gotta push that down and push it. So maybe it just ends like right there. And your eye falls down to information. Maybe just push it up more then. Maybe it ends here. Okay, that's pretty cool. So let's say, oh, maybe I don't like this color anymore. And then I already have it, so maybe I have to redo a new one. No, but let's just go here. If you want to just change it again, you would just go turn these on. Same color. Let's say back to, let's say I want to make it green now. Let's copy this, paste it. Okay, now it's green. Again, same thing. Copy, paste, unselect, E, reverse, delete, have that, save it. And now it's gonna check. Now there's an error. Now it's unlinked. So now we gotta go do our flight panel. Or actually, I just need to click this. Now it's green. That's kind of a quick tutorial to show you how to do it. But yeah, have fun with it. And then if you guys have any questions, reach out to us.